where inspector generals do their work both on behalf of waste and
it's also coming at a time, we should add, when the IRS was saying, gee, we can't get all of the people not paying their taxes because we don't have enough money, which gives it, I think, probably some resonance as you all keep going. I want to move on to the other thing that you're talking about, because we were provided from your committee some of the transcripts of some of the interviews that you have done with the frontline agents in Cincinnati. The ones that supposedly were started.
These were done both with the Ways and Means people in the room, Republicans and Democrats.
Okay. And one of the excerpts we were given, and I want to talk to you about how problematic it is to get excerpts, because we know that you interviewed these people probably for hours and you get little excerpts, so it's hard for us to kind of judge what's going on. But here's one of those, just from IRS agent, again, from the Cincinnati office. The investigator said, so is it your perspective that ultimately the responsible parties for the decisions that were reported by the IG, that is the decisions that target Tea Party and Patriot applications, are not in the Cincinnati office? The employee says, I don't know how to answer that question. I mean, from an agent standpoint, we didn't do anything wrong. We followed directions based on other people telling us what to do. Investigator, and you ultimately followed directions from Washington. Is that correct? The employee, if direction had come down from Washington, yes. The investigator, but with respect to the particular scrutiny that was given to Tea Party applications, those directions emanated from Washington. Is that right? The employee answers, I believe so. It's totally not definitive, as you understand.
That one isn't,
right.
But I will tell you, one of the agents asked for and got a transfer because that person was so uncomfortable that they wanted out of it. And they've said categorically they thought it was inappropriate, and that's why they requested, that person requested a transfer.
And now, we have those transcripts as well.
Right. And these transcripts will all be made public. The killer about this thing,
because you know our problem really here is that, and you know that your critics say that Republicans and you in particular sort of cherry pick information that go to your foregone conclusion, and so it worries us to kind of put this kind of stuff out. Can you not put the whole transcript out?
The whole transcript will be put out. We understand these are in real time, and the administration is still their paid liar, their spokesperson. Picture behind, he's still making up things about what happens and calling this local rogue. There's no indication. The reason that Lois Lerner tried to take the fifth is not because there's a rogue in Cincinnati. It's because this is a problem that was coordinated in all likelihood right out of Washington headquarters, and we're getting to proving it. We have 18 more transcribed interviews
to do. But as yet, you don't have that direct link. You have the frontline agents going, yeah, I mean, we figured it was from Washington, or I believe it was. But as yet, you don't have that definitive, yeah, this guy called me and said, people, go look for Tea Party and Patriot applications.
The president's spokesperson is saying whatever is convenient at the time, and the story changes. What we have are people who come into transcribed interviews. They're saying under penalty of crimes that certain things are true. We have subpoenaed documents that would support that they say emails that went back and forth. The administration is so far not providing those documents. As we get those documents, as we will get fast and furious documents eventually and so on, we will learn the whole truth.
Right. And again, going to the notion out there that a couple of rogue agents in Cincinnati did this and it wasn't a grand scheme. The same employee we quoted earlier in the transcripts we were provided said this: as an agent, we are controlled by many, many people. We have to submit many, many reports. So the chance of two agents being rogue and doing things like that could never happen. And then the agent you're talking about, who's a slightly higher in that Cincinnati office, sort of made the same point. And he did say, I tried to get out of there. I thought something inappropriate, was looking for a different job. And he said, and I quote, I mean, rogue agent, even though I was taking all my direction from EO Technical, which from the flowchart we believe is in Washington, I didn't want my name in the paper for being this rogue agent for a project I had no control over. Are you finding any contrary evidence to this? Do you look at this with at least some sort of jaundiced eye saying, could it have come out of that office?
Well, of course we do. One of the challenges is these folks cannot get a pass by saying, I was ordered to do it. Because ethically, they clearly knew this was wrong. They should have become whistleblowers. They should have done something on behalf of the American people. The culture at the IRS, when we're done, when the reorganizations and the changes are made, have to do two things. They have to have checks and balances, but they also have to have that individual responsibility. If there's a rogue agent or if somebody orders someone to do something and it's wrong, you can't say, I knew it was inappropriate, and then not have told somebody like the IG. If the IG had been told, I'm being ordered to do this, this investigation might have ended very differently.
Do you come into this with a preconceived notion? Certainly